Hey everyone, it's John in our YouTube comeback for all 6 of you that watch my videos. So recently got into singing bowls. I originally bought one, I want to say that was like February. I could look it up exactly. It's definitely sometime in February. Yeah, because I was still working at the Y. So over the, next few weeks, really months, bought some more. So there's this place in the mall of New Hampshire called A World Apart, and essentially what the family does is they go out to various parts of the world and buy things directly from artisans, so they can bring them in pretty cheaply, although I guess there was an issue with something. I'll link to their Facebook page, you can check it out. They're like seasonal, they pop up in I think like November, like October, November, and then they just close up at around March. So they, that's their gig. And it's a pretty cool shop. It has different things from all over. There's like polished rocks from Morocco. I got like this egg polished rock, and then also a sphere that kind of looks like Jupiter. They had singing bowls. I got 2 different fat Buddhas. One has like a knapsack on a stick. I think that's travel. If you don't know, like the laughing fat Buddhas, each of them means something different. The other one is reclining on what I guess was a bag of money with a fan, so I guess that's leisure. Gonna have to get back to you on that one, but and those were like handmade in Vietnam. All of these bowls, they tell me, were from Kathmandu, Nepal. So let's get started. By the way, I have absolutely no idea when I play these if this is going to come across in the video, because I was watching some guy do it on a live stream and you really couldn't. So just look at them, observe. Because these things create like so many like tones, overtones, and undertones, we'll just see what happens. So this is the first one I bought. On the side, as you can see, got some petals, some leaves on the bottom, 4 petals. Now on the inside, there we are. Oh, you can actually see that. That's good. Sanskrit around, and that's an earth witnessing Buddha. So whenever you see hand like this pointing down or touching the ground, that's earth witnessing, and that's pretty much right before the point of enlightenment. Mara shows up, who is ego or demon. I'm still not exactly sure on that. Probably do some more research on it, but he represents an adversary to the Buddha, and he's like about to obtain enlightenment, and Mara's like, oh, who will witness you, because you can't can do enlightenment alone. I also think he does some tricks to try to scare him, but the Buddha just like touches the ground, and it's like the earth witnesses it, and there's various things on that. So all the ones that are this color have earth witnessing Buddhas of various sizes, you'll see. So this is my first one. I primarily use this for space clearing. That's what I got from it when I originally picked it up. I was like, this is what I'd use for cleansing, clearing. So this is the note when you hit it. And this is when we rub around. Just please remember, I do not have special microphones on my phone, so once again, no idea what it sounds like. Second one I bought, it's a bit smaller, same kind of deal, less Sanskrit, but on the inside, as you can see, we have a nice, smaller earth witnessing Buddha. So there's the note. This one has a tendency to be quieter. the thing that they like told me is that the smaller bowls are sometimes harder to get going, so you have to like either do this more kind of whack it first, and then there we are. I wonder if this one's affected by temperature, because sometimes I can start it up from nothing. It's kind of cooler out. We're having a weird... February was very warm here in New Hampshire, and now it got really cold. Like, we suddenly have snow again. It also was snowing a little today. So essentially we're not going to probably have a peach crop, apricot crop, or cherry crop, because all the flowers are gone. So once again, there's a note on that, and then... So on some of them, you can get them going. This one's fickle. So this was a few weeks later. Now we've got a different one. This is brass one, like nothing etched on it. I've been told that sometimes the etchings are for affecting the sound. And apparently the sound of these will change over my lifetime, and hopefully kids and grandkids as well, because like these are well built. So here's this one's sound. It kind of sounds like, when I first did this, I'm like, oh, it sounds like JP with the Ultra Spiritual. And see, this one, you can get it going pretty easily. So that's tone. I like it. It's loud. I have used it for journeying, to be the sonic driver for that. I'm going to go grab the other two. Now, the biggest one. So, this one's Striker, I think they're called. I know rubber sounds weird. But this. Originally came with this one. And this, the first bowl I had. As you can see, it's like bigger than what it is. So I think this one works best for this one. Same thing, flowers around the edge. It's pretty standard. On the inside here, that was a bad idea. It's dusty in there. Look at us, comedic value. There's Buddha, a lotus, something that looks like fire, and I'm guessing that's Sanskrit of some kind. And if you guess there's an earth witnessing Buddha, you're right. I don't know if it's just the craftsman who made these always does earth witnessing. No, because I saw there was Ganesha ones too, although I didn't really connect with them. So here's this one's note when you hit it. It's a little deeper, it's louder, like a lot louder, so. I can play these until they're deafening, but I think that's not the point. That, or I've just already lost that part of my hearing. And here's the last one. Brass again, smallest one, kind of the highest note. Its striker's just wood, because as you can see, you like kind of get it with the felt covered ones. But, so here's the note on it. And see how just the wood works a lot better on it. I like them all. It changes who's my favorite. I have 5. I've like gone back a few times. They have bigger ones, and like this is the smallest one I've had, and I like asked to look at their other stock. And I seem to have just about every size. There's bigger brass ones, but they didn't sound too good. So yes, so this place, as I said, they go and directly buy from them. So these were exceptionally cheap, asterisk, cheap is relative, than others. So, if I remember right, this one was 70. This one was 40, 45, 30. I'm pretty sure this was 30. This one was 90, worth it though. And this one was 25. So there's another place in the mall that's not closing called Everest Goods. For some reason I always thought it was Everest Goddess. I was probably walking by it too much. Owned by actual people from Nepal. And their bowls are considerably more expensive, but then again, they are also potentially antique. These are made newer. The brass ones, I don't know if you can really see it, are like hand hammered, and it's an interesting process of how they make these. As for these, I don't know if they're hammered. You can see there's like a metal below, like the kind of reddish mahogany thing is a cover, but then it's also etched away, so I feel that that's purposeful. I haven't really seen bowls online like these, so I don't know if they're cheaper because, or these ones are just because they just are like cheaper made. As for like if these are like the 7 metal bowls or brass metal, or no, bell metal, that's what it's called. They look brass, I don't know. There's different kinds of metal that some people like sort of demand that you have. Not really sure about that, in all honesty. There is a distinct difference in sound, which maybe you heard, maybe you didn't. I'm just going to keep referencing it like you did, of brass versus, you know, like these. And another thing they told me that so far kind of seems to be true is that the smaller bowls are a little harder to get going. As with my, I call this the heart chakra bowl, because that's what I connect it with. I think it's the weather with that one, because it's sometimes not like that. So yeah, that's singing bowls. They kind of became my thing. I originally bought this first one here under the impression that like I'm going to only have one. I'm not saying that these are like chips, because this is technically expensive, but thankfully I have a well-paying job and live with my parents, so that allows me to modulate my expendable income for stuff like this. Really don't regret any of them. They're fun to play together. If possibly, I'm still not sure if you'll be able to hear this, but I'd probably do a live stream and maybe a sound healing video. So, yeah. That's singing bowls. Bought a few. I like do this. That's like, I think I made a joke in my like lessons from 2016 video about like, it's like trying to get away from spiritual materialism, because it's like I'm not just buying like a lot of crystals, but I use these more. Problem is the crystals, I'm always like, oh, here's a cool new one, and then it's like, but it's like I have almost 2 shoe boxes worth that really don't get used. I don't really have the space for big grids though. That's an issue in my room now, is like space. Need for space because of old junk that I should probably get rid of to make room for new things. Figuring out life. But yeah, singing bowls, I think they're an investment. You can also make the sound with like, I had a wine glass that like I bought that I could like go around the rim with a wet finger. That would make a tone like this. So I think they're beautiful and versatile. So that's me. This is my, I guess, singing bowl haul. Remember, I didn't buy these all at once. These were spread out over, I'm going to say a few months at least. A few months, definitely in at least over 6 weeks. More like 8, so yeah, months. Don't know, so yeah, I'm integrating them into my practice. Figuring out where they go and what they do, but yeah, that's my singing bowls.